$1 million to the family of a 23-year-old man who died while in the custody of deputies.
And I'm Jonathan Martin, and that jury determined Harris County's policies, training supervision, and its condoning of the officer's conduct were all unconstitutional. Fox 26's Randy Wallace here tonight with this exclusive report. Randy.
Jonathan, usually when cops are accused of using excessive force, they are dealing with someone who was armed and had the police called on them. That's not the case here. It was the 23-year-old man who died that called the deputies for help. It was a call that his family says cost him his life. On September 30th, 2010, 23-year-old Jamail Amron had trouble breathing after ingesting cocaine.
His crime was that he called 911.
And Amron's sentence for that was death.
Jamail called for help. He was looking for help. And instead of help, he got a boot in the face.
For 3 weeks, a jury heard about what 4 Precinct 4 Constable deputies did to Amron after he decided he didn't want to get into an ambulance.
One officer placed his boot on the stomach. Another officer kicked him in the ribs.
When he was dying on the ground and he was handcuffed.
Then, according to the lawsuit, Deputy Kevin Vales put his boot on Amron's face, covering his nose and mouth for 2 to 5 minutes.
When that boot was placed on the stomach, Jamail Amron threw up what was in his stomach. And because another boot was placed over the nose and mouth, it had no exit. And so he basically suffocated on his own vomit.
Well, you never think that your child is going to die.
As far as the jury is concerned, the deputies used excessive, deadly force. Jurors also heard how the 8 precinct constables who oversee deputies create their own policies with no oversight. Attorney Bradford Gildy says Ron Hickman, who was the constable in 2010 when Amron was killed, had no policy about the use of feet as a form of excessive force.
It was a clear communication by this jury that Harris County needs to change its policies.
The jury awarded Amron's family $11 million, but that's little consolation for a man who lost his oldest son.
The pain and anguish and sorrow, it never goes away.
The Harris County Attorney's Office tells us, quote, our office is reviewing various legal options with our client representatives. The current Precinct 4 Constable, Mark Herman, tells us we at the Precinct 4 Constable's Office continue to work through this litigation with our county attorney. Deputy Kevin Vales, who still works for Precinct 4, didn't respond to our request for a comment. In the studio, Randy Wallace, Fox 26 News.